Classics, 40 Years of Punk in Los Angeles runs through March 2018. Open now, only at the Grammy Museum.
All right, next on KCRW. Dude, Freedom's Goblin, my friends. New album from our hero, Ty Segall. My main goblin is here in studio. We are about to hear some new songs live. Also, we have vinyl copies of the new album to give away, along with tickets for a show coming up soon at the Terragram Ballroom downtown. Here to perform songs from the new album and shake off that long weekend malaise, live on KCRW, Ty Segall.
Altar, I want to know you and to feel your green. I want to show you what I have not seen. Closer
Yes. Ty Segall, live on KCRW. I needed that, man. Thank you.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Congratulations on Freedom's Goblin, new album. There is a lot on this record. There's a lot of music here.
Yeah.
That last one, Despoiler of Cadaver, is that the first time you've played that to a public audience?
We played it once before to a lot of confusion.
Yeah, kind of a hint of disco on that record.
Yeah. Yes.
Not a bad thing.
No.
Just unexpected.
I love me some disco.
You also covered Hot Chocolate, Everyone's a Winner, and we also heard Fanny Dog, which is the opener on the album, and the song Alta, which the audience will know. We've been playing that for a minute. So this is a musical cornucopia here. One thing that jumped out at me and I love is the saxophone on this record.
Mr. Michael Cronin over here.
There it is. There it is. And I see you will be playing Main Pretender, which prominently features the saxophone. But also it feels like other songs, even though I think it may be guitar, it feels like it's playing like a horn in some cases, like the song Prison and She. It just feels like the way that you're playing guitar, it's kind of like a horn line. So I don't know if there was some kind of influence going back and forth of incorporating more instrumentation.
Yeah, we have this pedal that we use called the Perv. It's actually an octave clang by Death by Audio. But it sounds really nasty.
Yeah.
So I think that might be the sound you're talking about, and maybe a DI.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, squirrely, squirty, sorry,
Squirty.
squirrely. I meant to say squirrely. Squirrely.
Well,
Squirrely lines.
we love all the
Hey,
squirrely lines.
It is what it is. Life. There's a lot of things in life. Some of them you can't talk about on the radio, but some you can. I love everything. I'll just say that.
Well, talk about freedom here. I'm referring to the album title, Freedom's Goblin. First of all, goblin, it's not goblin as in eating voraciously. It's goblin as in, it's as in a creature.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We there's this powder called kratom or kratom.
Yeah.
It's like a opioid substitute, and we heard out there that the street name is Goblin.
Oh.
And we were pretty into that stuff for a minute. So hence, we started referring to the goblin or gobbling.
Yeah.
And then I just became fascinated with the goblin.
Sure.
And that's, where the goblin aspect came from.
What does freedom mean to you on this album, in terms of creativity or the creative process? Because I do feel like one of the most exciting things about you is we feel this unbridled expression, like you're completely unhinged at times, you know what I mean? And is that the idea of freedom in the time? Like, what is freedom to you in this whole process?
Yeah, well, musically, it's just that. I think the whole idea was to have no rules or restrictions or any kind of notion of constraint in any sense. For this record, previous records, they all have rules or themes or something, and that was the rule. On this one was no rules, no themes, no constraints. So,
and
as cheesy as it sounds, that was the thing.
What was there anything that you would do in terms of setting yourself up or picking a location to record, or anything to kind of trigger that process for you to be thinking outside of these constraints?
Yeah, we booked 6 7 sessions at various studios to get as many takes of the songs as possible. The whole idea was, to have multiple takes, multiple versions, multiple recording scenarios that yielded different free results. I did quotation marks around free. Yeah, and it was fun. I would like to continue to explore. Every room has a sound. Every desk has a sound. Every engineer has a thing. They all have their thing, and it's cool to explore what that is and get outside of your comfort zone.
Were there did you make pretty much everything work, or were there songs that you kind of felt like, you know what, this is too predictable, let's just shelve this?
There's a couple that didn't make it onto the record, but it was more the versions. We did, we would pick the most appropriate version. There's some versions that are arguably, cleaner, another quotation mark, or yielded a different pro, but what was not appropriate for the album, and that's just to my ear, my brain. I love the idea of a take, of a feel. To me, that's more important than how the song is recorded, almost. It has to feel good.
It sounds like you really enjoy the process of recording.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason I am not so eloquent about it right now is because it's still an explorative thing that I can't wrap my head around.
Sure.
And
what about live space? Do you enjoy that as much? I had the pleasure of seeing you at Desert Days fairly recently, where you totally ripped it. And I just felt like, wow, I don't know how someone maintains that kind of composure in such a swirling chaos of what the band is doing and what the audience is doing and the situation. So it was fun to watch.
Thank you. I'm going to throw that at my band because, we're all just playing, and that's the most fun, Yeah. And I think we all know that we like playing with each other, and we're just focused on that, and that's the whole point. So
sure.
Thank you very much.
Are there happy accidents that you'll come across on stage and you'll be like, we should figure that in, so we got to get that in the studio?
Almost every night that happens, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, let's get into your second set, my friend. We've got a few more songs, setting it off, Main Pretender, which the audience will know and love, but here's a live version for you. And coming up, we have vinyl copies of the new album, Freedom's Goblin, and tickets to see Ty Segall live coming up at the Terragram Ballroom downtown. It's Morning Becomes Eclectic.
Got
Like the CIA, like the BBC. Dig it. Bye bye.